Hello. Hello, everyone watching. This will be the last Machinations of the Space Princess adventure, at least for a while, because I need to do some playtesting on my new game, Stray Crows, that is coming out not soon, but soonish. So, yes, last MOTSP, which you can pick up from my website, link down below. When we last left our heroes, they'd followed a lead to an old prison asteroid where a bunch of rich people had bought off the government that was in order to hide away in relative luxury. But that just meant there was a lot of people with high bounties in one place. So they gained access to the asteroid by lying to the slightly demented artificial intelligence that was still running it. They captured Rog Scrappling Vex, a little rock-covered alien who'd been scavenging from the remnants of the Olanth matriarchy. And they broke into the compound and killed Epsteinstein, an undead revenant financier, and whatever it was that was defending him. I forget. So they've had time to have a little break, and for an additional one of their compatriots, I suppose, to recover enough to help. So all that remains is to figure out which one they're going to go after next. Though there's a strong possibility that one of the other alien prisoners now knows that they're coming, or at least some of them know that they're coming. The asteroid was visible in the background here. A giant, sort of owl-shaped asteroid. Oh, we have Toastertron, so chaos is about to happen. The interior had artificial gravity all around, so it's a bit dizzying when you're inside the interior, and it's dotted with these very expensive compounds, basically space mansions on the interior of a terraformed asteroid. Each one with its own defenses, its own nature, its own peculiar resident. But all that remains now around the mess table in their cramped starship is to figure out who they want to go after next. So I turned it over to the players.
All right. Let's make more money. Which one next?
I reckon we should go after one of the high value targets.
The
You mean Admiral Boymire?
which one?
Admiral Boymire, according to the data bank, says that his head or similar appendage is valued around 300,000 credits.
That's the Admiral.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was saying. The Abyssal Septiarch.
Very well, then.
I mean, that's the big one, right?
Yep, that is the big one, with the biggest bounty on him.
Yes.
Which one's the most despicable?
More than Epsteinstein, I doubt that. Because even, I think that Broad Mother Cracks was an omnicider. So someone that did exterminate the entire biosphere of a world. But
That could have been an accident.
how would that those pale compared with the horrors that we had glimpsed on Epsteinstein Manor?
All right, so put that behind us. We're done with them.
All right, so which one are we going next?
Well, why is the Admiral Voidmire? Why are they in prison?
All right. Okay. Well, what do you know about this being?
Does anyone have any appropriate skill checks they can make to unearth more information about Admiral Boyd.
Oh, wow. That's
I could
interesting.
check the manifest.
Yeah. So the reward is being offered because he had a particular penchant for attacking hospital ships
Oh Lord. Oh
and
Lord.
support vessels. So he would bring his fleet, warp in to the rear lines of other fleets, destroy all their support vessels and hospital vessels, and then leave.
That's a weird tactic.
No, it's not, because most likely the
What did it
bastard
do?
was
Just
an
eat 'em?
organ harvester. I mean, in the black market, the price from very specific species organs though reach the same value as the ransom from an Urlan noblewoman.
What?
It makes sense to me that he did target such kind of ships, because those are quite expensive. I mean, it's not the kind of hospital that anyone able to access to a social security will be able to be a
What kind
passenger.
of hospital was it then? So I'm confused. Is it taking hostages? Is it eating them?
The records aren't specific. It just says that he attacked the rear lines of fleets, attacked hospital ships and support vessels primarily.
That just seems like a legitimate military target.
Hospital ships were supposed to be off limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
if
they
the
were-
enemy can't
Yeah,
heal, they
yeah.
can't fight.
Yeah.
You don't kill medics.
Nope.
All right. So
No.
this is the admiral of an enemy fleet to the Erlanthe Empire.
Yes.
Do I understand that correctly? Okay. And its tactics were to demoralize and destroy support ships instead of active military ships. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He destroyed
terror.
the 700 and he destroyed the 742nd Advanced Fleet by destroying their supply lines, fuel vessels, and hospital ships, condemning them to drift in the void, unable to get to any nearby planet.
Well, that just sounds like piss poor planning.
The losers rarely see it that way.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's a
Who's
bounty.
paying? Who's paying the bounty on this? Right, this is just a generic bounty. We don't know the specific backers to this one.
No. It's in the system, so if you either kill him or capture him, you can claim your reward.
Okay. And what about the prime potato there?
The prime orator is a Xeraxian megacephalic. He's wanted for gross incompetence.
Oh my
Let's go
goodness.
after that one first. It'll be easier.
The admiral, being an admiral, can probably give us more than 300,000 for breaking him out.
Okay, so let's get the low one first and then let the admiral out and get more money.
Yeah. All right then. We're in the ship already, correct?
You're
Mhm.
already in the asteroid and you're back at your ship at the moment, which is docked in the asteroid.
All right. Then I guess take over and undock. Let's head.
What? No, we're not.
Well,
we're there.
he's in the asteroid, so you're at the place where he is. You just got to go to his
Okay.
compound.
Okay,
We're like
yeah, we'll head to
a
the
short
side. Sorry.
rest, my friend.
I
We're taking
just-
a short rest.
It's been a while. I remember we were traveling from locations to locations. I forgot we weren't doing on the ship. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, what do you know about the macrocephalic species? They are psychers, right?
Yes, he has psychic powers, which give him some sway over the weak-minded and supposedly some telekinetic powers as well.
Okay, so he was incompetent, but not neurodivergent enough to not develop psychic powers.
Yeah. So he
Okay.
was still psychic and powerfully psychic, just incompetent at everything else.
Gotcha.
Safu Saban. Oh, well, we do have any kind of gear that will hamper psychic powers.
All I need to do is get a straight line of sight. I have this handy dandy little device that allows you to electronically upload anything. And if it's living, that's bad for the living thing.
Yeah, but I don't want to have myself or anybody in this crew be mind control and shoot me in the back, or I shooting someone on the back. So you do have a helmet or neuro implant that could avoid such fate.
Like a
There's some
spirit
tinfoil
magic
in the
helmet.
galley.
Spirit magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Didn't we have a what happened to the brain thing that we got in the very beginning?
The crown.
Yeah. Do we still have that? I don't recall using it.
I
thought
thought you
we
made
did.
peace with the collector.
Oh, that's what went to the collector.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we put it on Toastmaster or something.
No, Toast has a body though now, so
No, Toast had a body for a while. I don't feel particularly intimidated by psychics, psionicists, and mental manipulators personally. That's just me.
Well, if we're busting Admiral Voidmire out, I can go
Second.
and speak to him, because how is psychic stuff going to work on?
No, that's the Prime Orator is the psychic.
Prime Orator.
Right.
yeah.
Like I said,
Okay.
there is
again,
tinfoil in the
psychic
galley.
stuff isn't really going to work very well on a toaster.
That's what I was thinking as well.
And if he's completely incompetent at everything else, just walk in and stab him.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Well, yes, that's
Off
what
I go then.
All right then. So, do we know the layout of this particular habitat?
Well, you already convinced the AI here that you're meant to be here, so
Yeah.
she can give you directions.
The actual habitat that the cephalic thing is, or the, what is it? Neo?
Which one?
The underneath the Prime Orator, there's some subtext that I can't.
Yeah.
Like
Zoraxian megacephalic.
Megacephalic. So, what do we know about that race, species, alien, whatever the fucks, and what can we determine the habitat that it is contained in?
So the megacephalics have gigantic heads and tiny bodies. At least their ruling caste do. Their other castes have more normal proportions to an extent. He floats around, or typically they float around in a hover chair. They don't like to so much as lift a finger. They prefer to do everything with their minds.
Okay. And is there a overview of that particular cell habitat?
Just where it is. The AI will not release full details of each habitat to you because the prisoners have certain privacy rights under Atlantean law.
Does that sound right to you, Toastertron?
Well, they haven't. The AI hasn't worked out that we've killed 2 of them already, so
No,
seems legit.
she's very old and a bit glitchy, and hasn't been defragged in decades.
I'm assuming it's down to the privacy rules as well.
That too.
It would probably be then a bad idea to actually defrag it and make it more competent.
Competent, yes.
Yeah. The only no, we don't have anybody who can hack, do we?
Me.
No, well, Alma is the one that knew how to. When we did that operation to withdraw the captain of the pirate crew, she was it was the one that did hack.
Is anyone in the crew sufficiently competent with electronics to remove my personality chip, remove the personality chip of the AI, and swap? Well, not swap.
What do you mean competent?
Yeah. I
mean, I can do it.
Yeah, I got basically 5 with Tinker, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my
So
dad is a
I'm gonna ask the
TV.
AI where they're
Whoa. One at a time, please.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I said I have an amazing set of tools. I was a TV repair guy.
excellent. So I'm going to ask the AI where their hardware is located, so that we can do a routine maintenance on it.
You want to install your personality chip into one of the.
I'm going to
Guardian
replace
units,
the
like
AI with me, and then just suck all the oxygen out.
Oh well. Well, I thought that you wanted to swap with one of the Guardian droids, like the.
No,
one that
I
we-
want to replace the entire AI with me.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Why not?
Because I don't trust you.
Oh, well.
Let's take a vote.
No, I vote
No.
no because the last time. Okay, let's recall that the last time you talked with omnicidal artificial intelligence, you had sympathy for that being. I am not going to risk my life or put it in your hands.
What do the other fleshies think?
I resent that comment, you know.
When did you do that? You tried to sell us out?
I didn't try and sell anyone out.
Then what did you do instead of trying?
I actually can't remember.
I mean, Block is in the right because you could basically kill everyone here and get the reward for only you.
Oh,
Well, I could, but what good would that be? Here's like a big
Well,
fat
you'd be
stack
rich.
of cash. Now go and take that and sit down.
Well, because that could grant you the possibility of have a big galactic expanding
I
marketing
have
campaign
more
to
money
sell
than
your
I can
toast,
realistically
for
spend.
example.
Well, okay. So there is one slight fly in the ointment here. The Zilith there, the Valerian, doesn't need to breathe, nor does Broodmother Crax's species, nor does Admiral Voidmire. So the only one you'd take out by draining the atmosphere would be the Prime Orator.
But I could also eject them into space since they're wanted, dead, or ejected into space.
Yeah. Potentially you could, but they're a long way from the airlock. So that's a long opportunity for them to grab and hold on to something.
As it stands also, if we attempt to access the AI core, there's probably security measures for self-preservation intact. And those will be hardwired in. Do we really want the risk the AI going against us?
No.
Well, I'm not worried about the AI going against us because it's not defragmented. It's a incompetent buffoon right now. Let's
Yes.
refocus and just go eat this prime orator. I mean, capture the prime orator, and then we can reevaluate. Let's
Good.
start with some low-hanging fruit.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
All right, you traipse across the interior of the asteroid and begin to approach the Prime Oratus compound. What you discover when you get there is an enormous gate of white marble inlaid with gold, huge, with stairs leading up and through it into the compound beyond. The entire area is surrounded by tall hedgerows of evergreen trees, which make it impossible to see much further than just this enormous gate.
So there is there. All right, wait. I'm sorry. Do the description of the gate again.
Okay, so his compound is here. The compound is entirely surrounded by tall, very tightly packed evergreen trees, so you can't particularly see beyond. The entrance has this enormous gate arch with steps leading up to it. And it's all gleaming white marble with gold inlay everywhere. You can't really see beyond it into the compound, but there is a tall obelisk of stone, which is tall enough from the inside that you can see it over the evergreens.
Okay, how tall, how far up are the evergreens? Are they over 40 meters?
They are not over 40 meters. They are about 12 to 15 meters tall. Doesn't look like they've been kept particularly well.
Sure. So I'm going to engage the new armor and fly up with Tangle to look over the treetops.
Okay.
Just go straight up.
So you activate the thrusters or the anti-grav or whatever it is that it uses, and you rise up into the air against the relatively small artificial gravity of the asteroid, up and up and up. Right, beyond this enormous confection of an arch and gateway, there is a reflecting pool, which is almost entirely choked with algae and just horrible. It's more of a swamp now than a reflecting pool. There's this enormous obelisk in the middle of that. And then beyond that is a big, gleaming white and gold house made of the same marble, inlaid with the same gold. There's a couple of old, seized up construction robots just sort of laying around on one side of the house in a pile of rubble.
And that obelisk, am I able to see it more clearly? And does it look of exotech origin?
It just looks like a big monument of stone. It resembles mammalian male genital organs.
Okay. It's a... okay.
It's a gigantic stone phallus, basically.
Right. Yeah. Right. I was trying to think of a less desecratory way, because the initial response I was going to say, oh, it's a Shiva Linga, but no, that's not. This is not sacred. This is something different.
It's not sacred and has no artistry to it whatsoever.
Right. Okay. So I'll do a quick picture of the layout, send it down to the other folks, and come back down.
Okay.
So everybody can see what the compound looks like, and we can map it out from there.
Yeah. So if you imagine
with us.
Sorry, what?
Is he sharing a dick pic with us?
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
I see. I don't know you that well, but I'm flattered. Thank you.
All right. If you imagine the wanted poster here to be the plot that this guy's compound is in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pictures of the wanted people, that would be this enormous swampy reflecting pool. Between Epstein-Stein and Zilith, that would be where the giant stone phallus is. Where the word evidence is at the bottom, that's about where this archway would be. And the wanted part would be this big mansion, except that the D part and half of the E part has been demolished. And there's a couple of big construction robots laid there doing nothing.
Oh, that's where they are. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like construction robots were doing something to the building and have since become defunct.
Yeah.
And
They've definitely been there some time, because even though there's not really any weather in the interior of an asteroid, their metallic surfaces have started to oxidize and seize up, and probably their lubricants have gone thick.
oh, so we should just go in and oil their little hinges like the Tin Man, and they'll be grateful and join us. All right, so evidence at the bottom is where the gate is.
Yep.
Epstein to Zilith is the overgrown reflecting pool.
No, all of the portraits is this massive swampy pool.
Oh,
Between,
wow.
yeah, but between those two is the gigantic stone phallus.
In the middle of the overgrown pool. Okay, and there's enough room to go around the edge that we don't have to wade through the pool to get to the mansion?
Yeah, it'll take longer, but you know.
Okay. Well, there we go, guys. We've got the layout.
Very well. So, what do we know about this Prime Orator?
He is a Zeraxian megacephalic. He rides around in a hover chair. He has psychic powers, and the bounty on his head is for malicious incompetence, grave incompetence.
Does he have a doorbell on his gate?
Not that you can immediately see. You can ascend the stairs and look for one.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Oh, hang on. Hello.
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 You're very quiet.
Hello,
and very
hello.
buzzy.
Oh wait, I've got a thing to send a psychic message. I can just send him a psychic message saying, "Hello, we're at your gate."
Wait, somebody answered the hello?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for Wolfgang to.
Oh, there's somebody else here. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, how does that sound?
Little bit better. It's still a really loud, like, interference hum. Let me see if I can turn you up.
Are you on a motorboat or something?
What?
There's an engine noise coming from your...
Okay, let's see if I can fix that. It's extremely windy and I do live in a motorhome.
Yeah, I've tried turning you up, and I've tried switching background noise filtering on, but it doesn't seem to be.
Do you have the right mic selected?
Yeah, it's saying I do.
It's not trying to use your webcam as a mic or something.
Wait, let me look.
Try saying something again.
something.
Not you.
Okay, try that.
That's better.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go through this program to switch it over to the USB mic.
Yeah. Do you still have your character from last time?
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember where I had it.
Honestly, I seen that you sent me the stream code, and I'm like, what is that? And then, like, I didn't know we were gaming. It's all good. I'm good. Not so many characters. That's not it. If we were playing,
Still getting some interference, but your volume's better.
If you turned on noise reduction, try turning it off.
That might be better.
I don't even know where the noise reduction is on here. Oh, I see
I
it.
just tinkered with it for you, so.
Okay, there's a lot of background noise though, so it might be a good idea to mute when you're not talking.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Just to recap, and we're still on the Asteroid, hunting down these terrible wanted criminals, and they've just approached the haven of the Prime Orator, or Orator, if you insist, I suppose. Right, what were we doing? Oh yes, you were going to send a message using some psychic thing.
Yeah, I've got the psychic "your toast is ready" thing, so I'm gonna send a message to the Prime Orator saying we're here to visit you. Also, would you like some toast?
Because it has to be toast related.
Had here I had here. Oh, sorry, I did miss the chance to do a joke on Jehovah's Witnesses. So I had you hear the voice of our Lord and Savior Wonder Bread, no?
All right. From this gigantic triumphal arch, a pair of marble cherubs on little anti-gravity engines float free of its frontispiece and fly down to where you guys are. Their trumpets toot. I didn't order any toast. I don't want any toast. Go away. Leave me be.
Well, you don't have to have any toast, but we're here to visit you.
Just tell them
No
it's
one has
the best toast ever, the greatest. The greatest toast. Better toast than any toast ever toasted. No better
I'm
toast.
fairly sure like most of the crew is addicted to my toast and hasn't
No.
had any for a while.
Probably.
I haven't had
keep
it ever.
rejecting all food that isn't toast. I
Good stuff, Maynard.
I don't eat toast. I don't want toast. Toast is boring. I like burgers.
Oh, this is toasted burgers.
You can toast burgers?
Yes. That makes them exciting and special. And
How special? Are they expensive?
they're so expensive and they're so special that nobody else has had one yet.
Okay, well, let's see.
You know how they made the original burgers, right? Toasters.
I thought they used a cow press.
I thought they used an iron.
A 9-iron. Very well. Come in. Bring your toast burgers. And your steamed hams.
Oh,
And the cherubs float back up to their platforms and land.
are you detachable? Alma?
Is what detachable?
Well, I'm thinking that if part of Alma could be detached, it could go into a burger form and we could put it on the toast. And then when it eats the burger toast, Alma could like explode his head.
I mean, I could take on the form of a burger, but
Your mass doesn't change though. Or
Yeah.
can you become a dense little puck?
I'd be too heavy to lift. I'd weigh the same.
Can still
I get the
induce a
impression
stroke.
that would be a good thing for the Prime Orator, though.
Right. It would,
Two massive slabs of toast with the most dense, meaty burger in the middle of it.
correct.
I don't think they buy what was it, like 150 pounds.
Yeah, that's fine. How small can you get?
Yeah,
Actually,
we've told them
good
this
question. How
is
much
one
can
at a
I
time.
compact myself down?
Right.
It depends which level of shape shifting you got.
Oh, I have the highest. I have true shapeshifter, so
Okay. Let me see if I can just find it and double check what I wrote all those years ago.
Oh, I pulled that up just so I'd have them. Shit.
Can you
because it
condemn?
just says you can shift around your body wherever you want, but it doesn't really say, like what can I just. I didn't think it meant I could, make myself into a giant or shrink
Yeah, this
myself
is
down.
this is where rulings, not rules.
Yes.
True shape shifting. Your species is capable through augmentation or extreme adaptation to truly shift shape. You can mimic other species to the extent that you can manifest their unique racial traits. You must have shape shifting. This is a free +1 bonus. Yeah, it doesn't say
Okay.
anything about mass or max or minimum.
So limited shape shifting means your body is fluid and can shift and contort in ways that can seem impossible. You can fit through a hole or gap the size of your fist without having to make a roll, slip bonds, and otherwise ooze and slop around. Whereas true shape shifting, for which you must already have limited shape shifting, you can now alter your appearance into a perfect physical disguise to hide yourself. Then I think there's true shape shifting, which is the highest
Correct.
level.
Yeah, which is what I got.
Yeah, so when I had true shape shifting in mind, I was thinking equal to or beyond Odo from DS9, and he could
Right.
shift into smaller forms.
Okay, yes. Then I
So
can.
Yeah.
so true shape shifting is like the highest form shape shifting. So yes, you can change your mass with
You
a
can actually turn yourself to look like a burger. Because what I was going to argue is that, well, there's internal dimensions and folding, so we can origami him from a little burger and he expands out into a big giant razor bladed execution device that explodes out of his head.
So just stay as a burger then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alma will turn to, Alma will then turn into a burger.
Make it Golden Burger.
There's a burger and then there's the burger.
But so you want to kill him by giving a heart attack?
Yes.
But well, that is more doable than not the gruesome option that you graphically described a moment ago. But
Well, he puts the look. He when the prize goes to eat the burger, opens up its big old yap, then Alma just shoots it through his head and expands in 20 to 1,000 different directions all at once with big spikes, and that's the end of the big head.
The cherubs float down again.
It can be more easy.
When I agree to have a burger, I expect to get that burger immediately. What's all this dilly dallying? Get up here.
Yeah, Alma turns into a burger, and it's going to be one of those fleckled with gold dust, like just ridiculously overly fancy.
Yeah.
And I have 2 bits of toast pop out of my head.
Okay, so Alma forms the burger and a lot of ketchup. No lettuce or anything though, and it's placed between 2 slices of highly addictive toast.
How do you
And
get around? Did like a route rise up through the bridgeway?
You're still outside the gate.
Oh, well, let's go in.
All right. You ascend the many steps to the top of the gate, So it forms this huge gilded arch. The space where you would normally walk through is so full of Baroque statues holding spears and laser guns and reaching out dramatically that there doesn't seem to be any easy way through the actual gate.
What do you mean by Baroque?
Overly ornate, wildly decorated, dramatic, huge, but mostly wildly ornate. Rococo.
So, could these be something that have been turned to stone that was once a non-stone entity?
You don't think so because you recognize several of the species, particularly humans, that are portrayed here, and they're all the wrong size.
Okay.
So unless it's like some kind of weird Medusa that, like, I don't know, has astigmatism or something and turns people to stone, but also changes their size and shape.
Right.
And,
I have astigmatism. That could happen. I could see that. My left eye's all messed up. All right then. Let's how do people want to proceed? Because there's this big muck covered pond in front of us.
Well, you haven't gone through the gate yet because all of these tangled statues and needless decorations block the way through the gate.
Oh. Well, then Tangle will jump over the gate from the outside.
Okay, he hurls himself up over the gate and lands on the other side with a thump.
Look at him.
And
Does he
then
have the
sticks
burger?
his head into the pool and starts eating the algae. The rest of you, however, are still on the other side of the gate.
Can we climb over it?
You can make a climb roll.
That's a skill.
I don't want my character sheet.
Roll a d6. Odds are you have one.
Unless you put more into it.
After he climbs over it, I'm going to see if I could just open the gate and walk it through.
Well, technically, there's no actual gate you need to open. What there is this big arch that all these decorations and tangled statues make it impossible for anyone to really make their way through.
Okay.
That's the problem.
It's like a crowd of people only made out of stone.
Yeah,
So I got a 6 on my climb.
that's a fail.
Yeah.
It's a bad fail.
All right. You get about halfway up the wall, and then can you make a power save, please?
Elmo will morph into a crash mat for him.
So is roll a d6, right? For the
For the skill.
No.
the skill.
D20,
For the-
roll under
for-
half of your strength.
For the save, it's half your strength, but it may have been modified. So just check what your power save is.
My power save is 5, and I rolled 13.
Okay, so that's a fail. All right. Then Alma's going to try and quickly transform into a crash mat for you. Can Alma make whatever the dexterity save is called? Agility?
Reflexes.
Reflexes, yeah.
Yeah. D20. 11. I have a 9. Sorry.
Okay. So you rapidly expand into a big crash mat that's still in the shape of a ketchup-covered burger. You flop out to form this crash mat. You manage to do it in time, but unfortunately, Toastertron completely misses the crash mat.
Oh, nice.
Well, there's a nice Looney Tunes ending to that escapade.
Okay, so Toastertron takes 5 hit points of damage from the fall.
Yeah.
My body roll for the toaster.
Alma will just form into a
To
ladder.
the robot body. Form into a ladder, yeah, that's a very good idea. We should thought of it earlier.
Thank you very kindly, Alma. Lusato starts climbing the ladder.
You just started climbing, and then you didn't ask me.
You're not my real ladder.
Oh, no, I was waiting to see you because I need the logs, and well, I wasn't let disappointed by Toastertron's performance.
Yeah, Toastertron's heavy weight from his robot body slamming into the tiles cracked a couple of them. You have to. I hope he didn't notice. But then Alma forms themselves into a ladder, and you're able to climb up onto the top, which is giddying. Fortunately, there's no wind on the inside of an asteroid. And then presumably Alma forms a ladder down the other side so you can climb all the way down.
Yeah, or just literally be a thing where they grab onto the little bar thing and then the little bar thing moves.
Like
Can do that.
Don't pull the prank of turning into a slide now.
All right, you reach the bottom on the other side. This vast, stinking, stagnant, reflecting pool stretches out in front of you. With the Flog's tentacled mount slurping up the algae and waterweed like grotesque stinking spaghetti. He's eaten quite a lot of it already. There's this enormous stone phallus jutting up into the sky from the middle of it, and there are pathways down each side which lead up to this grand white mansion at the other end.
I've seen bigger.
Oh, well, I will nudge and move Tangle to start moving to the left-hand path towards the mansion.
And presumably the rest of you are going to follow along?
Correct.
Yes, I will.
Okay. You make your way up along the left-hand path, along the side of the reflecting pool, passing by this overgrown tangle of evergreen trees. They've shed so many needles, you're having to sort of wade through them a bit on this side.
Wow.
As you reach about halfway along, a bunch of the needles subside, and there seems to be a gardening robot buried underneath. And he seems to be deactivated or in standby mode. There's a very dim red light glowing in one eye, and his arms are robotic shears, and he's just kind of sat there covered in pine needles.
So Edward Scissorhands and the Tin Man just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey there, Toastertron.
Yeah,
This looks like an improvement body.
Can I like whack the gardening robot on the head like how you used to bang the TV back in the day?
Like the Fonzarelli. Give it a tap.
All right. There's a whirring noise. You hear like fans and electronics starting back up, and the eyes glow and blink and slowly focus on you.
You've been slacking on your job.
Please do not assault me. I am the property of the Galgaju Garden Maintenance Services. I'm currently in standby mode as I haven't been paid in 23 years.
No.
If you're ready to settle the account, I can begin my gardening duties.
How would you like a different job instead?
I'm programmed to trim trees and bushes and to weed.
What if we paid you to trim something else?
What did you have in mind? Is it tree-like? Bush-like?
Kind of. I was thinking the occupant of this place.
I'm fairly certain he's a sophont and a humanoid one. I'm not sure I am permitted to trim such beings.
You are if we tell you you are.
No, you would have to settle the account first, sir.
Well, we're not the people that owe you the money. We're a third party.
You wish to open a new account with the gardening services?
How much?
Yes.
How much?
How much? How big is your garden?
Show
Well,
him a picture of the order. Did you catch that?
I
No.
didn't.
Show him the picture of the prime orator when he asked how big is our garden.
This appears to be a sofa, not a garden.
Yes, I would like you to garden him.
You
On
wish
his
me to
throne.
garden him? On closer examination, what I first took to be hair is in fact astroturf. I am not programmed to take care of artificial plant life.
But you have scissors. You could just snip a bit.
These are shears, sir, not
You have
scissors.
shears.
No,
You could shear his throat. We'll pay you.
Well, we'll pay the company. We'll open an account.
Yeah, we'll open an account and we'll pay.
I'm trying to inquire into the company's ethical database, but it appears to be offline.
Yeah, that's okay. But we'll help you with a manual update.
I
It's
would
okay.
require you to take full responsibility for any negative outcomes and all liabilities that go with it.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Toastertron, yeah, I agree. Anybody else? Y'all think we can take care of that? We can do that?
Yeah, it'd be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
think
Okay.
it's a topiary, but you need
We,
to cut
we take full responsibility.
Which service would you like to sign up for? Economy, standard, or Luxo?
Well, which one will just remove the head in one clean sweep from the very beginning?
Well, if you wish me to deadhead this plant so it doesn't reoccur, perhaps
Correct.
it's a weed or something, then the economy will suffice. 10 grams per hour is the standard fee. Again, I cannot consult the central database. There may be a surcharge due to
Okay.
inflation.
That's fine. We can pay you 20 in case there's a surcharge.
Very well. Ad hoc insurance. Agreed. Please insert money in my slot.
Sappho going to need 20 of the 250,000 back.
All right. My goodness. It could be just as simple as asking him to open us a path to the residents instead of making him doing all the job.
No, it just means that we deliver a burger, and while the guy's eating the burger, snip,
He
snip.
deadheads.
Yeah, I did catch that.
And we aren't even responsible for it because we didn't do it.
Please insert payment. This crotch plate pops open. There's a contactless point. There's a
This
coin
kind of
slot,
unit.
and there's a plug-in slot.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the coins in.
You put the coins in one at a time. It seems to tremble slightly in excitement. Insert the money.
You can see
Coin.
Sappho's expression is one of utterly loathing. She hates this a lot.
All right, a
That's-
countdown in alien
Right,
sigils
okay.
starts on its forehead. Very well. Let's go. Please lead me to your plot.
Away we go.
All right. You walk the rest of the way around the reflecting pool and to the front of the house. There is an enormous hover limousine in white gleaming plasteel, but its hover pods are missing and it's up on bricks.
Hmm.
All right, I'll get back into burger form.
And up the steps we go to the door.
The door appears to be purely ornamental.
What does that mean?
It's just a facade. It looks like a door, but it's not an actual door.
There's no way in?
Not anything obvious.
I guess we have to search, huh? All right. Search.
Everyone can make a search roll.
Doesn't matter. I got a 1. That's all I got. Well, I have all my archaeological tools to help to make it better, but I got a 1.
Okay, well, between you sort of separate out and go knocking on the walls, looking for doors and so on. Eventually, you find a pet door, which is fortunately big enough for any of you to get through. And so by crawling through, you find yourselves in the interior of the space.
Oh, I just need to clarify. The pet door is big enough for all of us to get through, but we
Yes.
have to crawl through it.
Yes.
Okay, just I just want to make sure the pet wasn't big enough that we could walk through the pet door.
Well, you're
Okay.
small enough that you can probably walk through, but everyone else has to crouch.
Right. Well, I me personally, but
Inside it's a grand entrance hall. There are big stone busts of the Prime Orator everywhere. Again, white marble, gold inlay. There are enormous portraits portraying him as various galactic heroes of the recent past, well, relatively recent past. It has the opulence of the nest of a colorblind magpie after a thieving spree. It is a living testament to the fact that money can't buy taste. It's gaudy, it's over-decorated in a manner that would make the height of Victorian style faint from being over-ornamented. It is just awful. However, the effect of the opulence is somewhat dimmed by the fact that the entire floorway is covered in drifts of fast food packaging and empty polystyrene cups, plastic straws. It's hip deep.
It's burger time.
You hear a voice. Aha! Food! Excellent! You! Fetch! And you hear groaning and protesting sounds of servos. And from the gallery on the upper floor appears a bright gold robot, which is barely able to drag itself. It's so festooned in decorations and gold. And it gradually heaves its way painfully slowly down the steps.
What is its form? Is it like just a humanoid roboto kind of thing, or?
It has a vaguely sort of Roman centurion look about it, but the armor is outsized. The shoulder pads are enormous. It carries a long spear that ends in a crackling head, and there is a big, gaudy golden pistol tucked at what would be its belt if it had a proper waist.
Oh. So it's a combat unit.
Yes. Probably some kind of bodyguard robot. It reaches the bottom of the stairs and seems to stop for breath, even though it's a robot and doesn't need to breathe.
Well, is it like, stairways going up on either side? Kind of
One
thing?
big central stairway that sweeps up into the gallery and then around.
Okay. Well, let's just start walking up the stairway now that it's at the bottom.
Well, greetings. I am to lead you to his gloriousness. You're supposed to follow me.
Okay.
Big guy, if we follow you, the hamburger will be more cold than the asteroids in the Mutara Nebula, right? So,
Nonetheless, if you wish audience with the Prime Orator, then certain ways and means of doing things should be followed. So please, walk this way.
If I could walk that way, I wouldn't need the talcum powder. I've been waiting so long to tell that joke.
And he starts making his way back up the stairs, which seems to be even more of a task for him. Agonizingly slowly up the stairs.
What happens if we pick him up?
He's too heavy.
What happens if I pick him up?
How strong are you?
That depends on the
Not
strength
me,
of the
Tangle.
body that I got, I guess.
Yeah. That was a standard working robot, so you roll d20 under 7, and you can help him at least up the stairs.
No, I got 12.
Okay, well, you lean against his back to try and help him, and but it still takes him an agonizingly long amount of time. to get up the stairs.
All right. I guess I won't have Tangle just swallow them whole and walk up the stairs.
That would still be a job even for Tangle. All right. You reach the top of the stairs, make your way very, very slowly along, and then into a side room. This room appears to be where the sort of flow of fast food, trash, and detritus has come from. When you enter, there is another golden Praetorian standing guard in here, radiating, despite being a robot, gladness that it didn't have to be the one to walk down and greet you. The trash runs in a river from a hugely ornate bed out the door, down the stairs, and down into the mass of junk at the bottom. Sat on the bed is a gigantic head with a tiny, tiny little body. Ah, there you are. Where's my burger?
It's right here.
Ah, Praetorian number 2, fluff my pillows and sit me up. Yes, prime orator. Grind, grind, grind.
Here's the glorious golden burger, and for dessert, we've brought a wafer-thin mint.
This is
It
what
wouldn't be
fuss is
Mr.
about.
Creosote, would it?
It's not even a proper bun. I'm used to the greatest food, the most wonderful food that has been prepared.
Mr. Tron, explain the bun process, please.
Oh, this is the finest of bread, sliced and toasted to perfection. You'll never have tasted anything like it.
These grains were ground by virginal beings who had yet to weep their first cry of joy.
It seems to be getting
taste
through.
A crumb of it, and you'll see.
Just a crumb, huh?
Just a little crumb, and you'll see how good it is.
Well, I suppose I could try some. He opens. Well, he gets his Praetorian to open the bedside cabinet, and it takes out a tiny little robot, which hops down onto the bed and climbs up onto the head. And that leans forward and takes a nibble of the burger. No poison detected, Dreadlord.
There you go. The finest virgins grinding that wheat into the whitest virginal flour for your luscious lips to consume.
He stuffs the whole thing into his mouth.
Voila!
His weirdly pouty little mouth.
He'll need to roll to see if he's addicted.
I don't think that.
I don't think it's going to matter, because as soon as it's in his mouth, a protruding blade will go right into his skull and then start expanding out through the rest of his brain.
Okay, so he bites down onto the burger. There is a sort of shik noise reminiscent of Terminator 2. And a metal spike emerges from the top of his skull. Tangy. More spikes. More spikes start to emerge from his head. Blood pours down his face. He just continues to extemporize upon the flavor. Little bland. I like the gold leaf. That's quite nice. Hang on. And then he just dies after saying, hang on.
Hang on.
Yeah. And then Alma flows out the metallic pool, and then just reforms.
And I take a selfie with the corpse so that we can prove that we killed it.
The Praetorians look from you guys to the body and back to you guys. I'm not sure what to do.
Go home.
We don't have a home. This was our purpose, to be bodyguards.
Then follow us and be our bodyguards. You'll still have a purpose.
And we'll actually pay you.
And do maintenance and upkeep.
Almost goes up and says, "You can join with me. I can take it. We have a ship. You will always have a purpose there."
Yes.
Is it far?
Oh,
No, we're parked at the end. As soon as we're done,
Oh, God, says one of the Golden Praetorians. That's yards away.
well then,
How about one of you is a bodyguard for the other one, and they're a bodyguard for the other one? You can bodyguard each other, and then you have a purpose.
True. We are both quite expensive.
But once you two get to the ship, you never have to really leave the ship again, and you could just bodyguard the ship.
do you wish to be altered?
We could.
I like the idea of them being bodyguards for the ship full time. That's not a bad idea.
We do have a cart there back in the ship, so
We
you
shall
don't have to wait them.
We shall come to your ship and cogitate further upon the problem. And they start to painfully, slowly drag themselves out of the room and down the stairs.
All right, let's ransack the room for loot.
Well, the reason we use GPs, which isn't gold, you know.
Doesn't make it easier for you to not have to stock the dungeon. I understand the mechanics behind this.
Well, gold is relatively common and gaudy, so it's not actually worth that much.
Ironically, trees as a trading currency probably would be extremely valuable because, as far as we know, they only grow on one planet.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying the gold is. I'm just, if there is nothing but gold shit, then there's just gold shit, and that's nothing of real value, right? But, I mean, I got my eye out for the random piece of exotech.
There's curiosities here that people would be interested in much the same way as people were interested in the kind of Boris Vallejo art in Saddam's palaces. So you can grab some knickknacks and so on that you might be able to sell on the space equivalent of eBay and make a few extra bucks. So.
What's this box? Bill Clinton's porno collection? Something tells me that's valuable to someone.
Exactly. So yeah, you can grab a whole bunch of stuff that might be worth something to someone. And you've got these two Golden Praetorian robot goons. So
let's just scalp them. That'll be enough. That can be our trophy.
You want to scalp the robots?
No. The orator.
Okay.
I mean, I'm taking his body already, so.
No, I took a picture for proof. We didn't need anything else.
Now the picture will not work because, well, how many civilizations in the sector do have access to artificially spawned images and videos?
Yeah, you know what I'll do then with it? I'll just decapitate the head and put it in.
That doesn't make it much easier to.
No, it's all a head.
No.
His head with a little tiny baby body.
Just take a chunk of the brain, for God's sake.
No.
Yes, because you can totally identify people by their brain matter.
Everybody will recognize the hair.
Yeah, we need the head.
Symbol.
We need the head because the picture could
it's all head.
But his hover chair is nearby. You can wedge the corpse into the hover chair and program it to take the body back to the ship.
Yeah. All right, that'll work. I was gonna say just put in one of the fast food delivery boxes, but that works too.
All right. So you've captured Rog and you've slaughtered Epsteinstein and the Prime Orator. So who do you want to go after for our grand finale?
Let's get that Admiral.
Yep.
What do we know about the Admiral other than it likes to destroy weak and unarmed ships?
That is his preference. He inspired fanatical loyalty in his subordinates, some of whom may still be with him.
In prison? In prison?
Yes.
Okay.
He was an expert tactician. His species are tentacled and have certain amounts of mental powers. more so than the Primerator, but then he was also demented. So
Right.
that may be why you didn't come under psychic attack. But Voidmire is likely to be a lot more canny and a lot more powerful.
When it isn't fighting dirty from behind, how is it known to fight?
Attempt to overwhelm the enemy with as much force as possible all at once.
Okay. That sounds like a familiar tactic. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, wow. How big is it?
Well, so it's only the actual head that is the creature, but they possess and take over other bodies or use robotic bodies.
Oh my. That's a good thing to know walking in the door. Any other questions from Peanut Gallery? No tactical questions? No.
He looks
Okay.
like a squid or something.
Right.
He's
So
going to
I'm
be expecting
wondering-
battle.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many arms does he actually have?
Enough.
So that tells me, being familiar with tentacled creatures, because Tangle is a tentacled creature, that it probably has an extra attack. It probably can attack twice per turn, or have it an extra action. And it's psionic. Telekinetic, is that what? No, that was the other one.
Yeah.
One. What do we know that this one does with its brain juice?
His species doesn't normally speak, though they can click their bill and make farting noises through their breathing tubes, but mostly they communicate telepathically.
Okay. Well, then I guess we can try to do something similar like we just did. Do a Candygram for Mongo kind of thing.
He'll probably be a lot more suspicious, though.
Is not going
Nobody's
to work.
suspicious of the Spanish Inquisition. And nobody's invented the Candygram there. So I think we got him in two ways.
Can you turn into a starfish?
Turn into a starfish.
Yeah. We turn you into a starfish, we feed you in a choo-choo, doll you all up, and maybe he'll find you attractive, and then you could, like, get close enough to stab him.
Oh, you mean have Alma do that? Because
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do squids normally eat? What do these things normally eat? What can we tempt it with a delicacy beyond resistance, that having been stuck in this hellhole without its favorite food, what would that be?
Does anyone have? Don't know what it would be.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what?
Some of the Xeno information type.
So I have xenoarchaeology.
I would like to know if this admiral had his fleet been dismantled, or it is in a hidden place.
Yeah, you would probably know. After his capture, his fleet splintered into like a dozen different pirate and bandit factions. There's some remnants of them still out there, but that's all. Can you make a xenoarchaeology roll then, please?
Yes, I will. Oh, crap. No.
No, you don't know enough about his species to speculate.
No, it's not close enough to being a dead species. They're too extant.
Well, my idea is that, like in the case of the Scrappling, we take him as a living prisoner and not kill him. because most likely his flagship is still operational and concealed somewhere in this sector, and we could seize it for ourselves.
Oh yeah, we always needed what? How many ships do we have now?
Two large
Four?
ships and 3 smaller shuttle-sized ships.
Right.
I mean, not all of his fleet was scattered through the sector by becoming pirates and mercenaries. Most likely, some of them will be still in dock. So, well, I leave that there.
So what you're saying is you want to recruit or make allies with this last
No, recruit him.
recruit.
Him. Yes.
You know, I mean, it's always nice to have more people around. But do you think we really have the rep to impress an admiral to be subservient to us?
Well, so far we had slain most of the inmates here. We successfully infiltrate here, and well, still we are at large, no?
Well, I'll
I
tell
think
you
that-
what. I'm willing to let you give it a chance, and that when we're face to face, you're welcome to negotiate any kind of deal you think you can make happen.
All right.
Okay. Well, you approach his compound from a distance and take a look at it. It looks more like a sort of fleshy coral reef than a building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of cancerous, fleshy nodules all growing on top of each other with puckered holes for doorways and sort of thin tissue for what you presume to be windows. It's also set on a sort of pedestal with a pit around it. And the only way across is a very thin gantry with enough room for you to pass single file along it.
By puckered holes, you mean it looks like a sphincter?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's all very wet and pulsing.
Okay. Well, what do we see around I'm still trying to understand it's like inside of some sort of prison container. Inside the prison
Right.
container.
So the asteroid is the prison. The asteroid has been hollowed out. Right.
Correct.
Artificial gravity goes in all directions around the inside, and there's a fusion generator which acts as a star in the center. Dotted around the asteroid, all over its interior surface, are these mansions that hold these high-profile prisoners. His mansion, which is somewhere on the inside, is set on a sort of pedestal of rock surrounded by an empty lake, basically, around him, which has been carved out of the stone. And then there is a gantry from the pathways across to his mansion, which is this organic glob.
Is the moat filled with something, or is it just...
It's just empty space.
Empty space.
There's some puddles of what are presumably waste fluids from the house, but that's about it.
Okay. Any ideas there, fellers?
No.
Okay. Sappho raises his plasma gun and shoots in the air to announce his presence.
Okay.
Well, that's an interesting idea.
On the far side of the asteroid, a couple of alien rabbit analogs are grazing in the grass when a plasma bolt hurtles out of the sky and burns them. Meanwhile, that's the trouble with hollow Earths.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a fleshy pseudopod grows out of the ground nearby you, forms a couple of crude eyes to look at you all, and then a mouth forms on the flesh. I wondered when you'd get to me.
Why did you wonder that?
I
He's not
am
addressing
worth
to
the
you.
most money, I thought.
Oh.
You, the
What does
one
that
that
mean?
fired the weapon, what is your challenge here?
I not come to challenge you, but I come to talk to you as an equal. You might recognize me, isn't it?
Make a charm save.
Okay. It's a D20, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Roll low.
3.
Yes, I've heard of you. A criminal similar to I.
I am no criminal.
You and your people may come across and talk to me if you leave your weapons on the other side of the moat.
All right. Guys, please do as he says.
Would you like me to bring some toast?
I'm going to stay on this side of the moat with my weapons.
guard everyone's
just in
weapons.
case. Just in case.
I do not eat toast.
What do you eat?
Other things.
Like?
Delicious things.
Oh, tell me. I love delicious things.
I doubt your species would find them delicious.
I am of no species, so you have no idea what I would find delicious.
Nervous tissue.
Ooh. Wait.
Brains.
No. Oh. I thought you meant like you would get somebody all hyper on coffee so they were jittery.
No, he consumes other sentience. Mind nervous systems is encephalobore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Encephalobore. Ah.
So, leave your weapons and cross the gantry. I will be waiting for you.
Okay.
Well, you are your weapon most of the time, so...
Yeah.
Is everyone else complying?
I have nothing that I can leave behind.
I am going to stay where I'm at. I'm not going to cross over.
Okay.
Just for
Everyone
backup
else?
reasons.
Yeah. Sappho's leaving her weapons. Florg doesn't really have any. Alma is a weapon, but will have to leave any separate weapons behind. So that just
Yeah,
leaves Toast
Alma pulls out his blaster thing and leaves it behind.
Does Toaster have any weapons other than delicious
I've got
toast?
a pistol, so I'll leave that behind.
Okay. You cross the creaking metal gantry to the other side. It's the only thing that isn't organic around here. When you reach the other side, this enormous puckered sphincter relaxes to let you in. There's a waft of stale, warm, wet air that smells like wet dog.
Ooh. That reminds me
Of your mother-in-law.
well, I was gonna say the last time I was in Thailand, but okay. So do we do like a old school? Hey, what's the marching order? Does that matter?
You don't have to. It's
Okay.
fine. So as you enter, the interior of the building has these sort of bioluminescent light panels here and there, which grow like blisters out of the wall. The interior is the color of a deep bruise.
Purple.
The admiral appears through another sphincter at the far end of this room, and the ground changes shape to create couches of what look like gigantic tongues. He stands, swathed in a cloak that looks like wet leather, coming out of the top of the cloak, which kind of looks like the High Martian from Mars Attacks. His sort of purple high-collared robe.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he has like a fish tank helmet, and you can see him inside in roiling green vapor, looking out at you with
Tentacles.
evil-looking, slightly glowing eyes and writhing tentacles. So you're here to kill everyone? You hear his voice in your minds.
Real quick, so observing it, so it's now a tall figure, tanked head, full body, purple leather-like cloak. Are we able to see the body that is carrying the head?
It's a tall, fairly impressive, probably humanoid body underneath the head, you think? I'm interested in making a deal with you if you would liberate me from my enclosure here.
How do we do that?
That will be quite easy. I thought that you will bring something more difficult as a change coin, my old pal.
What is it that you and your crew would desire? What is the reward on me?
Just a smidgen.
300,000 credits currently.
I see. A little low, but I suppose my star has faded.
No, well,
So what-
the thing is that the Orlan matriarchy, the collapse, the records of your campaigns had been missed, or at least half of them.
I suppose they upbraid me for the way I went about my campaigns, but the matriarchy, when it was strong, was virtually unassailable. Unconventional tactics were what was required.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we don't care about that. You're basically a nobody right now, and we're like your only hope.
So what will it take for you to liberate me?
You gotta ask the other guys. I don't understand that part. I just realized what you are, which is pretty much nothing compared to the rest of the universe. Nobody really knows or cares about you anymore. So I guess it depends on what you need from us.
Take me from this place.
Exactly how are you planning on doing once you get out here in the first place?
Once I leave here, I will gather whatever survives of my fleets and my brethren, and I will carve a new star empire.
Sounds great, but can we have a few of those ships?
What use would you, a ragtag band of bounty hunters, have of my ships?
We collect them.
You're
It's just
addressing
a
Admiral
weird
Token.
thing we do.
I suppose we could spare some vessels, but I do not yet know the state of my would-be empire. Once I'm able to assess their strength, then I can decide what to give you.
No, you
Yes.
have no empire. You have nothing.
Oh, we'll also take a planet once you've conquered a few.
Of course.
Yeah, we collect planets on the side as a hobby.
Perhaps a moon?
Yeah, well, yes. A moon could do an asteroid field also for mining exploitation. Maybe a paradise wall. But anyways,
all of this is hypothetical. I could promise you anything hypothetically. It would depend on my success whether I actually got it. However, there are places where the treasures and riches that I built up during my rampage can be found. That would be a more concrete reward, yes?
yes, it will.
We'll take that
Also,
as well.
if you will be interested in this information, one of the inmates that we did spare is Roch. We did spare his life in exchange for the location of most of his weapons cache. And just as you know, he had quite the extensive collection of Orlan mass destruction weapons. So, well, in case that you find that most of your fleet is not operational, we could gladly arrange, well, a contract of sorts, invest in your future endeavors.
Well, then, let me just make sure I have this right. You wish a couple of vessels, you wish a planet or a moon, you wish the location of one of my treasure caches, and you're offering to put me in touch with this other creature who has weapons to sell?
As well as release you from your imprisonment, yes.
Very well. So long as the understanding is that the ships and the planet are conditional upon my success, I'm willing to agree to your terms if you will liberate me from here.
All right, very well.
Wait a minute. Conditional, what does that mean?
It means if he
If he
succeeds,
doesn't have any
he's-
ships, he won't give us any.
I must
So,
take a planet in order to give you a planet. I must recover vessels in order to give you vessels.
so in this actual moment, you're actually worth more to us than anything
Well,
else.
no,
Because
because I'm
no,
offering
give
you
us
the,
anything until
Bloch,
the
no,
future.
because
You're talking about a theoretical again, right?
no, Bloch, because he did say just a moment ago that those have a treasure, and he knows the location of said treasure. So maybe, most likely, he can give us more money than his head those cost.
So that,
Okay,
that
so you
sounds-
said three important words there. Maybe, most likely. So that means
bounty that
the
he's
guaranteed payout,
Give him the cash.
the guaranteed payout in the here and now is the bounty. Anything else is suppositional.
Sappho,
Well.
show him the big wad of cash. That's what the bounty's worth. We,
All right.
to
we
claim
don't need the bounty.
the bounty. You would have to best me in the here and now in a fight.
We
unarmed.
have money. We don't need money. We need ships and
No,
planets.
I can only conditionally offer you the ships and the planet. I can offer you the location of one of my treasure caches, but I am an admiral, a warrior, a soldier, a leader. Money doesn't necessarily concern me too much.
Boom.
My caches are of other things: technology, weapons.
Can you also give us future quests to help you gain your power back?
If you were willing to undertake certain operations on my behalf, certainly.
So I shoot him.
With what?
Yep.
With my
I figured
weapon
that was gonna happen.
concealed within the panniers of Tangle's rigging.
That might have been seen. Maybe Tangle swallowed it and then vomits it up for you.
No, like the whole thing. It's integrated into his.
Oh,
armor.
okay.
It's all one thing.
All right.
Is he within 10 meters?
Can everyone roll initiative, please?
An initiative is D20. Roll high.
Plus your bonus, yeah.
Right. Okay. 17 for flog. Which is the one that.
I rolled a 3, and I still cannot find my character sheet.
Okay.
I got 5.
19.
And 15 for Tangle.
What did Alma get?
19.
Okay. Let me just have a quick look, see if I can find the character sheet.
All right.
Okay, it's not tabletopless. It might. No, it's not that.
Yeah, no boobies going on here today.
No.
Unless you count us.
Yeah, blue-footed boobies.
Okay, that's not it. That's not going to be it either. It's not going to be those. Not going to be those. Not going to be those. It might be that. Isn't. Do you remember where I sent it to you before?
I feel it.
Just trying to remember whether it was
No.
email or.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been email. So let me scroll up under Discord. I am.
Hey, I just had to
usually
do an
more
equipment
organized than
change.
this.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, it was not a Discord.
I don't know then. Did I put it in
Oh, I
here?
remember doing something.
Oh, I know where it might be.
My apologies. This is probably
It's fine.
disrespectful to you. I don't even remember my character's name's the problem. Well, that's a cleric.
Did you post it in Grim Streams?
Don't think so.
No.
Era Gantz level 2 expert.
Yes, that may be it.
Where's that at?
That was in Discord under YouTube Grim Streams. Human expert.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, if you go to Grim Streams up, just back a little, you'll see it from the first.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
The 1st of March. Yeah, I knew I'd seen it somewhere.
Yeah, I just found it in a mislabeled TXT document, but it's probably easier from the chat. So initiative is +2, so D20 +2 for Gantz's initiative. Tell you what, I'll just roll.
So I had a 5. Then
okay, so that's
I rolled a
7
3
then.
+2. No, I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So 3 +2 is 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember. Okay.
Did you get Flog and Tangle?
Yeah.
Initiative?
Okay, so Flog gets a surprise attack first. So the panniers on Tangle erupt into whatever weapon this is. And fire.
Yeah. All right. So this is a heavy caliber ambush cannon mounted in the harness, 10 meters range, and I get +2 for a surprise and +2 on ranged, so +4. So that is 17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay, that is a hit. Roll damage.
It is 1d20 damage, and it is
Ow.
auto fire, explosive, and defeats armor ×4.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, so 12 plus. How does auto fire work again? Shit.
I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah, I thought I'd pulled, but then I changed what I was looking at. So come back.
I think it lets you roll the damage multiple times and take the highest.
Yes, it does. And it's the time of the so it has 6 shots per whatever cartridge.
Yeah, hang on.
It just
Yeah, it's in the weapons section.
Yeah, against a single target, this means you roll multiple times and take the highest. The number of rolls is also the number of separate targets you can hit. Each extra damage gives cost multiplier percentage, save -2.
Yeah, but the number of dice rolled is based upon the magazine.
Okay, weapon is capable of firing on fully automatic against a single target. This means you roll damage multiple times to take the highest. Number of rolls is also the number of separate targets you can hit. This can also be used to represent weapons with a spread of shot or a fan of beams. Each extra die/target increases the cost multiplier by ×2 and reduces the ammo save by -2. So if you've got an ammo save of 6, it would suggest that you took it twice. So
No, it
that
has an
means
ammo
you can-
save of 10.
Okay. What caliber was it? Large pistol, yeah?
No, it's a high caliber heavy weapon.
Okay, high caliber heavy weapon would have had an ammo save of 10. If it's now an ammo save of 6, that means you've probably taken auto fire twice. So that's 3 shots.
All right.
So you make 3 rolls to hit, and then however many hits, you take the highest roll of damage.
Gotcha. All right. I gotta grab to roll into because that's not working.
Its range defense is 14, so provided you roll over that, you hit.
Okay. All right. So the first one, 18. All right, I hit it. That does not hit. And that hits. All right, so 2 hit. The highest one was 18 plus 4. The next one was 12 plus 4.
Yeah.
Wait, that doesn't hit. Yeah, it does. You said 14?
14 is his defense. Yeah.
All right, so 2 hits.
Okay, so roll damage twice, take the highest.
Oh, cool. 18. And then do I get any bonuses to damage? I do. Oh no, that was it. All right, yeah, that's so. Yeah, all right, right. So
Okay.
Remember how these things are built? Everything is actually factored in. There was that. There's that. Boom. Okay.
Okay, so the panniers open up and heavy blaster goes off and fires multiple blasts at him. He sort of ducks behind his cloak, but it doesn't protect him at all, really. The cloak is burnt away, revealing a sort of humanoid crab-like body beneath that his head is inhabiting. Blasts crackle across the armor, scorching the outer surface and ablating a bunch of it away. But while he's knocked back a couple of staggering steps, he is still upright. Right, now to normal turns. Alma.
Okay, I'm going to, strike twice.
Yep.
So 16 and 9. So 1 hit for.
His close defense is 15, so yeah, that still hits.
Okay. 1 hit for 19.
Okay. Any armor defeating on that?
It's just. No. Just the.
No. Okay.
Yeah, it's just vicious energy two-hander.
Yeah. And he brings up one clawed hand and deflects most of the blow, but your blade cuts through the chitin and carves parts of it off. You're spattered with green ichor from inside. And then it is his go. He shifts, putting Alma between him and the blaster cannons, and his helmet shatters as he lashes out with his tentacles at Alma. What is Alma's close defense?
I got plus from the defense, so 19 right now.
19. Okay. Okay, one tentacle lashes past you. He seems to have two longer, stronger tentacles, like a squid that are his main attack tentacles. You manage to duck under that one, but the second one smacks into you, tries to wrap around you, but you're a shapeshifter, so that doesn't really mean anything for you.
Yeah.
But it was a critical hit. So.
Well, I take half, thankfully. So, yeah.
Okay. You take 14 points of energy damage from his tentacle.
I got 4 armor, so that's 10. And then, was that already by when you already halved it, or?
I haven't halved it yet, so that's 5 hit points.
Okay. Yeah, and then it's 5 damage.
Yeah, and you would have to roll or be grappled, but because you're a shapeshifter, you can't really grapple you. So yeah, this second tentacle whips around you and zaps you with some kind of dark psychic energy from inside. He also reaches out with his mind and tries to take control of Tangle.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
Okay, can Tangle make a will save, please?
Yeah, it's. Let me double check it because I got some saves was increased. Boom.
It defaults to 6 if there's nothing else.
Yeah, I know. There's a. It's not the will. It's on the physical side. Well, 5.
Okay. All right. Tangle goes a bit glassy-eyed, and his tentacles go limp for a moment, and he seems to sort of shake himself free out of it. Right. Flogs go.
Okay, so I am holding my action so that when Tangle takes its action, I am going to shoot before Tangle jumps at the nadir of that. Well, not before. At the nadir of the jump, I'm going to shoot, and then Tangle will complete the attack.
Okay. So you're going to hold your action until Tangle's go.
Right.
And
then as soon as I have a clear shot, I'm taking it.
Okay. Right. Well, it is Tangle's go.
Correct.
Next. So
it's going to leap in a direction that gives me a clear shot and does not put any of my compatriots in danger. And attack.
Okay.
Physical attack.
Okay. Make the attack.
All right. So I'm going to shoot. I'm going to auto fire. So 2. 17
Difficulty is 14.
4, 1 hit, 1 misses. All right, so 1 hits and 2 misses.
So roll damage once.
Do I get how many times do I get to roll it though?
Just the once, because you only hit the once.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I misunderstood how that worked. And that is 8 points. Oh, there's explosives. Did we do the explosive part last time?
But we didn't. I would remind you you're in close quarters, so that may not have been a good thing.
No, it's just a bullet is explosive. That's all. And so it just
But
does
how
an
big?
extra. That's what I'm looking at. It does an extra D6 damage and D4 to everyone in radius. And that would be a close radius.
Okay. Thanks for shooting me.
Well,
you'll be fine.
I got 2 on my shield, so I may take
exactly. All right, so I need to add D6.
Well, your shield won't have protected you from close combat attacks.
It's explosive.
No, from the tentacle attack. Shields only protect against ranged combat unless they're exotech.
Yeah.
It's tentacle attack. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for explosive damage, I did 6.
Okay, so Alma takes 6 damage from the explosion.
No, it takes 6. Alma takes.
And everyone else within 1 meter. So it's anyone who's in close combat. Okay, D4 then. So what was the total damage that you did?
This last time, and that's for 2.
Okay, so Alma takes 2 damage, which is halved, so 1.
Okay.
Right, how much damage did you do in total to him?
I did 8 plus 6, so 14.
So 14. Okay. 12. All right. The heavy blasts continue to slam into him and explode. He continues to stagger.
Oh, Tango has to take damage too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, crap. Tango took 4.
Poor Tangle. There.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to attack. He has 2 attacks per turn. That's a miss.
Close defense is 15.
Oh, yep. That's a massive hit. And has to this is a grapple attempt when he does his hit.
Yeah.
And then there's a will save against paralysis.
Yeah.
And then there's another. Let me double check the save on engulf. CE. And where's engulf? Yeah. I hit him. He's engulfed.
Well, if you succeed on the grapple. So can you make a power save for Tangle, please?
And that's a 6. Ooh, fail.
Okay, so no grapple.
Did he make
no
his
He resisted the paralysis, so I just need the damage from the tentacle grapple.
And that's 1d. Oh, not that one. There it is. 1d4 plus 1 plus 4, 5.
Okay. Right. He's definitely on his last legs. His head is starting to slip free of this crab body beneath. Gantz is all the other way on the other end of the gantry. Does Gantz want to do anything?
What?
Do you want to do anything? You're all the way on the other side of the gantry.
Yeah. Am I 30 meters or less? Can I take a shot?
Yeah, you can take a long shot. Yeah.
Okay. Let me roll my d20.
Let's make the difficulty is 18 to hit him.
18. I'm not even close.
Okay.
I didn't roll a 1, but I think I got
you-
5 total, 5 or 6 total.
Okay. You let off a shot. It misses, fortunately, everybody inside the room, but it does hit one of the light blisters, which bursts and scatters bioluminescent gel over everybody. So now it looks like a particularly violent rave.
I was gonna say it's rave time. Coming base.
Right, Toast. You'll have to unmute if you're still there.
I am going to walk away, loudly muttering about what an idiot Flog is. We could have had a planet. We could have had a fleet. Goes and shoots him. Why the fuck did he do that?
All right, yeah, you start stomping your way back along the gantry, with Gantz trying to shoot past you. Right, Alma, for the probable finishing blow on Admiral Voidmire.
17 and 5, so
1 hit.
10 damage.
Okay. All right. You barely hit him, carving off another part of the armor. And then it's his turn. He ditches the body, pulls himself free of it with a bunch of gooey tentacles, and tries to get out the sphincter door. So 1 action to pull himself free, free move action to the door, and then he'll spend his other action desperately trying not to get hit. So the difficulty to hit him will increase. All right, Flog.
I shoot him.
The difficulty to hit him is now 16.
All right. So that's a miss. That's a miss. And that's a hit.
Okay, so explosive blasts slam into the doorway and the walls. The sphincters go limp. Some kind of bladder behind the wall explodes, showering you all in a yellowish fluid, the consistency of ale. And the last blast from the autocannon hits him. All right, roll damage.
13.
Okay. Right, that's enough to finish him off. The last blast hits into his squirming mass of head tentacles, and the whole mass of it explodes, throwing twitching tentacles in all directions. They start curling up into tight spirals as the muscles contract in death. He is defeated.
Yeah.
That'll stop him.
So this trip you've made 12, 87, 387,000 grams.
All right. Put the body in a bag.
Well, yeah. You get some chopsticks and pick up the various bits of tentacle, put them into a bag.
Oh, yeah.
Label it in Sharpie, villain.
Now, buddy.
All right. We may yet come back to this game in the future. So save your characters. Divide the money out amongst yourselves, and you can spend that before the next time if we do play again. I suppose I should give you all experience points.
Yeah. How many of us are so there's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, which makes the maths relatively easy.
good because I was struggling to add 4 to every time I rolled a d20. So
It's Sapotorn's to Plug and yells at his face. What in the boy did you just say?
I have a brain. It eats brains. I don't want it to eat my brain. So now we're gonna have calamari.
My goodness. I'm going back to the ship. It was an absolute waste.
We're still getting paid. I don't care either way at this point.
That's why, look, it's simple economics, man. This is not a Popeye cartoon where Wimpy says, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Well, also, there's no guarantee he wouldn't have tried to psychically taken over us while we were on the ship.
All kinds of problems. Exactly. This was simple economics. I was just studying the facts.
It's not economics. You've lost the opportunity for future work from a guy that owns planets.
Yes.
He eats brains. I have a brain. I don't want my brain eaten.
So
My
I
thing
do
is-
wish
Care about
you
your
had
brain.
My
I
thing
do
is,
so.
Care about owning a planet.
But
So there
okay,
goes our planet. There goes our possibility of start building a fleet of our own. Of
I
future
can't
war.
use any of those if my brain has become somebody's snack.
and
That's
and
enough
with the-
between the both of you. Have sex and make up.
and as long as
I don't
as
do
long
that.
as
I
long
just
as
watch.
for as long
What?
as he was in prison, he probably lost his planets to his other crew members that took over.
But you don't? How the heck do you have a functioning society if you don't, connect with other people?
What
well, guys,
I'm
You have-
a created being. Like I was made in a lab. There are no others like me.
I was made in a
Okay.
lab too. I was also come from Libertine, so
Wow.
you gain 330 experience points each.
330
Man,
experience.
Doctor, give me a toast. And you can see Sappho angrily spreading margarine and putting some chicken breast on the toast before jumping audibly, grumbling all the time. We could have our very own planet. More gold than it's
or you could have
absolutely mad.
been
How much?
brain stew.
How much gold did we get?
Are you splitting it or?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
I thought we were gonna throw it all at getting a ship, so
Okay.
I'm not taking any of that gold.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, it's 387,000.
Yeah, I better put
Divided
throw it
by
on into
4.
the ship.
Oh yeah, how much goes to the maintenance?
We shall figure that out if we start up again.
Okay.
yeah,
So how
we
much
want
do we
because base cost we could actually get a battleship / bulk transport
Oh, nice.
There's
For
for 250,000, and we can get stuff for it.
As well.
Yeah,
All
but I
right.
can buy stuff with this right now.
We'll leave that for next time because we'll need to reacquaint ourselves with the characters and everything as and when we do play again. Right. So I don't know what T-shirt's planning to do, whether he's planning to run games or not in the foreseeable. I need to start with playtesting, well, more playtesting of Stray Crows and seeing how it runs with random people. So from either next week or the week after, depending how much more prep time I need, we'll be playing that. That is my Sengoku era sort of Japanese. I need to playtest everything, so it'll be a kind of low magic level sort of thing. So
Okay.
Samurai, Ronin, Shinobi, Budaka, Thieves, whatever. I imagine, given the kinds of people that play my games, it'll end up kind of Samurai Champloo sort of idea. But I'll want to dedicate a session to character creation, so that will probably be the first session we do.
Okay.
So hopefully people will tune in to watch that, and people will sign up to play. I hope to be getting back into more regular running of games without so many interruptions from now on.
We need you to watch so that you can give us feedback on the rules when you hear us playing, if it makes sense or not.
Yeah, and any issues or problems we run into. All right, thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, and
Thanks
we'll
for
see
running.
people next time.
Okay. Hey,
Night all.
Grim,
See you.
Yes.
if you want, if you give me a link where people could come and watch, I will post it on my channel.
Awesome. Well, yeah, keep an eye on my channel. I always forget even to promote in my channel, but today I wasn't sure whether I was going to feel up to running the game. But next time we will see. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.